can I be blunt for a second? You don't need more motivation. You need to stop lying to yourself about why you're stuck. I've been there burning the midnight toil, grinding at a job that barely scratches the surface of what I wanted, watching paychecks disappear faster than they came in, thinking that hard work alone would change everything. And yet, here you are, still feeling trapped, still watching others pass you by while you're doing everything right. There's something I learned the hard way, something no one ever told me in school or at home. Working hard is not the same as building freedom. They sell you the story that effort equals reward, but the truth is the system isn't designed to reward effort alone. It's designed to trap you, to make you feel like you're failing when really you're just following rules that were never meant for your success. And I get, you start questioning yourself, your choices, your worth. But let me stop you right there. It's not your fault. You were never taught how money truly works. You were never shown the doors that actually led to wealth. And that's why most people stay stuck, cycling through jobs, bills, and dreams deferred. But here's the part no one ever tells you. Once you see the pattern, once you understand the hidden rules of money and freedom, everything changes. The decisions you've been making without realizing it, they're reversible. The paths you thought were closed, they can open. And the life you've been dreaming of, it's waiting on the other side of this understanding. Because once you grasp this, you'll never see yourself or your work, your money, your future the same way again. You ever notice how everyone talks about working harder, grinding longer, hustling nonstop? But no one ever talks about why you're still broke. It's like being handed a map with all the roads blocked. You're following directions, but the destination isn't real. You keep pouring time and energy into things that feel productive, but when the numbers don't add up, the frustration hits harder and the alarm clock every Monday morning. Here's the truth most people never face. You can't build real wealth with just effort. Financial freedom isn't about doing more, it's about understanding the game. It's about knowing where to put your money, how to grow it, and how to avoid the traps that the system quietly sets for you. And here's the kicker, you can't learn this from school, from most mentors, or from viral get-rich-quick videos. They all miss the subtle but powerful rules that separate someone who stays stuck from someone who finally breaks free. I want you to picture yourself 5 years from now if nothing changes. You're still hustling, still living paycheck to paycheck, still watching others achieve what you've been dreaming about. That feeling of regret, that quiet voice saying, I should have done something different, it grows louder every day. But now, imagine flipping the script. Imagine understanding financial literacy, knowing how to manage money, and actually using it to create wealth instead of letting it slip through your fingers. That's the game changer. And here's why it's not complicated, it's strategic. There are clear steps, almost like secret doors, that the wealthy use every day. Most people never notice them because they're too focused on working harder instead of smarter. But once you see these doors, once you understand the principles of wealth building and how to stop being broke, the path becomes visible and every decision starts to feel different. Every choice suddenly matters. The real question isn't how hard you're working. It's whether you're working in the right direction. Because if you start applying just a few key financial freedom tips today, the life you've been imagining could start to feel less like a dream and more like an inevitability. Let me be real with you, most people are broke, not because they don't work hard, but because they're unknowingly sabotaging themselves. You see it all the time, friends working 60, 70 hours a week, yet barely keeping up with bills. It's not effort that's failing them. It's strategy. It's the invisible mistakes everyone makes when they don't understand how money truly works. Think about it, you earn money, then you spend it the way society tells you to rent, bills, the latest gadgets, lifestyle pressures. Meanwhile, there's zero plan for growth, no strategy to actually make your money work for you. That's the trap. It's subtle, it's quiet, and most people don't even notice until the stress becomes unbearable. This is why learning financial literacy isn't optional. It's survival. Now imagine flipping that. Imagine knowing the exact steps to take. Not just working for money, but letting money work for you. Small, intentional moves, the kind that multiply over time, that create compounding results. That's how wealth building starts, by understanding the rules and then bending them to your favor. And the crazy part, most people skip the basics because they're chasing shortcuts, thinking there's some magic formula that doesn't exist. Here's the secret. There isn't a secret. There's clarity, strategy, and awareness, daily habits, smart financial planning, understanding investments, avoiding debt traps, and knowing where to put your focus. These are the building blocks. Apply them consistently, and over time, your reality shifts. You start noticing opportunities, doors you never saw before, chances to make your money grow, and suddenly, the idea of being broke starts to feel like a distant memory. And that's just the beginning, because once you understand this, you'll start seeing every decision differently. Every paycheck, every expense, every investment, every choice has power. And when you start exercising that power intentionally, financial freedom stops being a dream and starts becoming your life. Let's talk about what actually works. Because you could grind endlessly, and if you're missing the right strategy, nothing changes. I've seen people trapped in this cycle making decent money, yet feeling like they're running on a treadmill that never ends. The difference between them and those who break free isn't luck. It's knowledge and consistent action. Here's an example. Someone earning $4,000 a month, spending it all without a plan, thinking they're doing fine. Meanwhile, a friend earning half that amount is saving, investing, and learning financial literacy. 5 years later, who's ahead? The second person. Because wealth building isn't about how much you make, it's about how you manage what you have and put it to work. And that's where most people stumble. They underestimate the power of small, deliberate moves, automating savings, learning about passive income, avoiding debt traps, and making every dollar intentional. These are the financial freedom tips nobody shouts about, but they make all the difference. It's not flashy, it's not instant, but it works. Now, picture your life if you started today. One small habit, setting aside a fixed percentage of your income. Another, educating yourself on how money works instead of blindly following the crowd. Another, seeking opportunities to create wealth rather than just chasing a paycheck. Multiplied at over months and years, and the results aren't incremental, they're exponential. And here's the part that surprises most people. These aren't steps reserved for the wealthy or the financially gifted. Anyone can do this. It's about commitment, understanding, and refusing to settle for the illusion of security. Once you start seeing the mechanics of money clearly, the doors that were always closed to you begin to open. Your perspective changes, your habits shift, and suddenly, the life you've been dreaming of is within reach. By now, you should start feeling it, the weight of truth lifting just enough for clarity to step in. The life you've been stuck in wasn't about lack of effort. It was about missing the hidden rules of money and freedom. And once you see those rules, everything changes. The bills, the stress, the fear of not having enough, it all begins to make sense. Think about your future self 5 years from now. Are you still chasing paychecks without a plan? Or are you making every dollar work for you, steadily building wealth, creating opportunities, and finally achieving the freedom you deserve? That future isn't unreachable, it's waiting for you the moment you commit to understanding and applying these principles. And here's something most people never consider. Financial freedom isn't taught in school. The textbooks, the lectures, the advice, they all leave out the one thing that matters most: how to take control of your money and make it work for your life. That's why you need to educate yourself, not just grind harder. And if you're ready to go deeper, the next video, Why Financial Freedom Isn't in the Curriculum, will show you the missing pieces that can change everything. So here's your challenge. Don't just watch this video and feel motivated. Take one step today. Apply one small financial freedom tip. Start learning about wealth building, or rethink how you manage money. Because the moment you act, the cycle of being stuck begins to break, and your life starts to move toward real freedom. Remember, you don't need more hours in your day. You need smarter moves, clearer knowledge, and the courage to act. Once you do that, being broke stops being an option, and building the life you've always wanted becomes inevitable. We are Wisdom Recorder. Subscribe and like for more content, and let's keep building a future where freedom isn't just a dream, it's a reality.